Hello, this is Dr. Jason Munsell. It is about 4:17 or so on a delightful Thursday afternoon. It is October 13th in the year of our Lord 2016, and what I would like to do today, I kind of sort of ran out of time. Sorry, no clowns today. Do I have anything else? I always need some sort of a prop. In any case, I got this. I do want to say a few things about the stuff that we did not have the opportunity to talk about Tuesday night because we sort of ran out of time. And I think this will help you a great deal as you think about how to think about media and apply media theories and ideas in the critique of political communication, but also in the process of perhaps making political communication. One of the things, and I want to do just a little bit of a review here, but if you recall from Thursday, get PowerPoint up, from Tuesday, today is Thursday. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what year it is. Come on, I won't get over here. I had all sorts of difficulties today. There we are. All right. So, can you see that? Sort of, kind of. We already talked about the big sort of theories and ideas about media and how media impacts the political campaign process. That was the most, or the gist of Chapter 11, the final chapter that I'm going to cover before the examination. And, it's focused or perpetuates a focus on the perception of the candidate, the image of the candidate, rather than, telling us or inviting us to try to understand the complexities of policy. Also, it sustains and aggravates general distrust of the government and politicians. Blah, 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 blah. Can potentially eliminate a candidate because a candidate now has to look good on television, has to be telegenic. We talked a little bit about the primary. I sort of skipped the conventions, I think, but it didn't used to be as popular as it is, it used to be a given that the candidate was already decided, but in 2016, it's been such an anomaly of a year. So in a lot of ways, we didn't know what was going to happen at the conventions. We sort of knew that, Clinton, Trump, but, but generally how they work is that the conventions now want to showcase the already established candidate. They want to humanize him or her through biofilms. Oftentimes we see biofilms and speeches, but it's all about, the whole convention is not necessarily about nominating people anymore. That's part of it. They have the business, but it's really, in light of our media age, it's about looking good on TV and trying to persuade those folks watching at home to vote for their person. And now they're earlier. They didn't used to be as early as they are now. They're in the summer, so people, I guess, more people can watch them. Maybe, I don't know what I mean. I think the ratings were up. I'm not quite sure. And convention speeches have changed. Han stuff is sort of dated. Usually, we don't see a lot of attacks, but in 2016, even before, Sarah Palin. Totally attacked Obama. So we do have attack speeches. And the speeches tend to be shorter. There are keynote speeches. And there's, all sorts of things. Okay. About the debates, spots. Again, this is sort of a review, but spots are political commercials. They're usually about 30 to 60 seconds. And we obviously, back in the day, didn't used to have commercials because, duh. And then you see the spot for Abe Lincoln. Vote Abe. You're something. or attack ad on Abe. Abe is bad. Don't vote for him. He smells and he talks funny. He's too tall and ugly. People are ugly. I don't want to grab any part of Abraham Lincoln. Don't go grabbing his Lincoln Law. Okay. In any case, so obviously commercials and the marketing influence on this whole process of we're marketing a package, a commodity that is the candidates. But oftentimes, if commercials are on primetime television when folks are watching the big shows, those folks who are apathetic and really don't know all that much and don't go out and do their research, they sort of watch these commercials and go, oh yeah, I'm going to vote for this candidate, and yeah, I'm going to go to the store and buy some Shout to get the stains out. I've always thought the old Tears for Fears commercial would be a really good jingle for Shout. Shout, shout, get the stains out. These are the stains we can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. And so folks then watch these commercials and for the most part sort of believe them, and then run off to the Bilo or run off to wherever they loiter and talk about oh, here's did you see this ad? You should really vote for Trump, or you should really vote for Clinton because this is what the TV said. All right. And usually the spots are about innuendo because there isn't enough time for like real proof. You got 30 to 60 seconds. It's all about the image. It's all about that. So it's not like they're going to get into policy stuff. And generally speaking, there are three different types of political ads that we see. The virtuous ad, hi, my name is, well, the Nikki Haley. Not Nikki Haley, though she had plenty of those. Nikki Setzler, the family thing that we watched in class. And it's just, here I am, I'm a family man, Pop, whatever it was, Papa the Sailor Man. He eats spinach. When I was a kid, I wanted to be strong, just like Popeye. And so I implored my parents to buy me a can of spinach. And I opened it up, or they opened it up for me, and I ate it. And then I threw up. I like spinach now, though, but... Okay. La. Virtue of the candidate, attack ads. We know the attack ads. And then a response to an attack ad, or an attack. And I'll let you read the stuff, but when we are looking at all these commercials, we again are evaluating the candidates in particular ways, not necessarily about all their policy stances and everything like that, and what they want to do to solve public problems. Is more about, again, what they look like, what they sound like, what they smell like, all that type of stuff. Image. Now, regards to the debate, this is the last little bullet point on this slide, and I didn't talk about it the other night. The research says that it doesn't change folks' minds all that much. Maybe it is changed since Trump has done so poorly. I think any objective person, or anybody who is somewhat objective, would probably say. But there is precedent, or there is a sense that you can do pretty poorly on the debates and still win, so long as some of the other stuff is pretty good. We'll see what happens. I would like debates to be a place where, consumers were, and the electorate were actually educated. But 2016, it's entertainment. It's reality TV. It's crazy. And this is some of the larger aspects of contemporary political communication of our political environment. It's a damn reality show. And we've got real problems to solve. Vote for somebody. So, okay, the point is, oftentimes, in the debate, you want to make yourself look good and the other person not. Yeah, okay. All right, and zingers. We already talked about the hue rank stuff, about intensifying and downplaying. That's sort of the main stuff that I focused on toward the end of class the other day. Um, but just remember that we want to intensify our good stuff and downplay our bad stuff, and we want to intensify the bad stuff of our opponent or opponents and downplay their good stuff. Yeah. So we can intensify through repetition. The more people hear stuff, the more they think it's true, even if it isn't true, because people are stupid, are mindless. People don't think as well as they should. We can intensify through association. We associate this candidate with death and evil and everything that is horrible, horrible, horrible. And then us with sunshine and flowers and everything that is happy. Happy, that's a song, isn't it? La 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 la. And we can intensify through form or composition. One thing that I have mentioned or mentioned last night, oftentimes in the format or the form of any sort of political commercial, we see sort of good versus evil, that theme. And we oftentimes have the opponent sort of in bad lighting and terrible, terrible stuff, the evil person, the villain. And then here comes Trump or here comes Clinton on the flip side of the 30 seconds or the 60 seconds. I'm here to save you. I am the hero. The lighting is better in the commercial. The music is better. Listen to this fantastic music that's playing right now. It's so upbeat, and so is America. Vote for me if you like fancy upbeat music. Okay. And then all this stuff can work, visually as well, as I said. We downplay by not saying stuff, omitting stuff. What? Me? That. Fallacies like red herrings. Why do we care about my various assaults on women when right now on the border between Mexico and Kansas there is a rapist trying to order at Burger King? You cannot have that happen. Or something, I don't know. La 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 la. But any sort of distractions. And some of those distractions are like euphemisms, government sort of jargon, and what, Hugh, I always want to say Hugh Downs, but Hugh Rank calls gobbledygook. All sort of jargon, all the things, blah, blah, more red herrings. I don't know what the hell this person is talking about, so, okay. And then remember, it's all about the visual in lots of different ways in our media culture, within the political context, but within all context. That is our contemporary visual culture in which we live. So, oftentimes, the visual, in a way, is more important than the verbal, but they oftentimes work together. But we do need to pay attention, particularly when we're looking at commercials, political commercials, any commercial, anything. Look at what are the visuals, and visuals have sort of their own language. But also look at the verbal language, like the voiceover or any sort of words that you see, blah, blah, blah. Look at the backdrop. What's in the background? Why is that important? What's in the foreground? And any sort of aspects of media, stuff like camera angle, the editing in the commercial, lighting, sound, and music, all that type of stuff is important. High angle shots usually make people seem vulnerable, looking down at them because we're above them. Low angle, it depends on the situation. You want to show a huge crowd, like, ooh, yeah. Get a drone. Low angles oftentimes make people look powerful because we're looking up to them. Wide angle shots sometimes support larger enthusiasm. Depends on the situation, but if you see like a lot of people at a rally, they want to show. Those sometimes there's a few people at the rally and they have a wide shot, so it looks like there's nobody there. So sometimes more not wide shots, but close-ups and all that type of stuff create a sense of intimacy. So. If you are editing, and fast cuts convey action, lighting and color convey lots of different things.